Alright, so I heated up the screen pretty good. Now I'm going to take a little tool. You can use different ones. This little Sesamo tool or a little plastic tool, and go around the edges. These work better if you're concerned about, scratching the paint or whatever. But this, I'm replacing this whole LCD screen, so I'm going to go ahead and use this tool. And you're just going to try to get underneath. And like I said, this screen's already cracked pretty good. So it's not coming up. It's coming up pretty easy, actually. Oh man, see, the glass just came right off. And the LCD too, they might have tried to pull on this. Because usually this right here is glued down pretty good, and you've got to, it's a little bit glued. Okay, and that pulls off just like that. We already disconnected this LCD, so it pops out as well. We're going to put this to the side for right now. So that's your damaged LCD, damaged screen. We're going to put that to the side. Now you need to take some tweezers or something, and you're going to want to go around. You're going to want to get rid of as much adhesive as you can. And a lot of this adhesive came off really well. But there's a little bit of double-sided tape right here and some glass that has stuck. And up here in the left corner as well. When these phones break like they do, you get a lot of these little shards. So be careful. If you can wear gloves, wear gloves. I need to feel stuff. Yeah, the little cuts. I need to feel the little cuts. But anyways, if you can wear some kind of protection gloves, I recommend it. Alright. So this isn't too bad at all. There wasn't a lot of glass. Usually there is. So take your time. Don't rush. But make sure you get all this little bit of glass off. Alright. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but that earpiece right up here, it's a little bit dirty. So since I've got it off, I'm going to go ahead and clean that earpiece a little bit. So how we clean it is, you're going to get some alcohol. You can get it from Walmart. This one's 91%. If you can get 99%, that's even better. It just dissipates. I think that's the right word. But it disappears really quick. It doesn't take it long to dry. Unlike water that stays around in there. So you're just going to dip your little Q-tip in a little bit of alcohol, and you're just going to go over this speaker. And like I said, it's not much dirt, as you can tell. And you can even go over this stuff if you want. I don't really do it on the camera or anything. But like I said, it dries so fast. But it's a good tool for cleaning. And that's it. The speaker looks cleaner than what it was. And they didn't say it had any issues with the speaker. We're here, we might as well clean it. Alright. Now, we're going to put this on. And as you can tell, it comes with no adhesive whatsoever on here. So we're going to have to lay our own adhesive down. And it looks like, okay, there is a little adhesive. I take that back right here. And that's going to lay on this just perfect. And the adhesive is going to stick to this. But we're going to leave that down for right now. And I'm going to take our tape. Alright. Some double-sided tape. It's fairly big. You can buy some thinner ones. I think this one's a 0.3, but I have 0.1. But I just like this thicker one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tape it up. And let's see what would be the best way to do this. Sometimes I tape this. Sometimes I tape the frame. But I think on this phone, I think we're going to be better off taping the frame. So I might speed through this, but just so you guys know, take your time. Tape this down as much as you can. Like I said, this is somebody's phone. It could be your own phone. You don't want the screen coming loose. Or are looking like you did a, you know, a half-ass job, if you will. So like I said, I'm just gonna tape it up. I'll probably speed through this. Just make sure you don't cover anything. Like, make sure you don't cover the camera. Make sure you don't cover a speaker. Make sure you don't cover any of these proximity sensors, anything like that. We really don't got to put much tape on this one, but you do not want this phone coming up. I mean, the only glue it has sticking down is this tape right here. And the tape on the, you know, the actual LCD itself. I'm gonna tape this corner like that. That way I just get a little bit more grip right here on these corners. And down here I'm gonna add some tape right here. Alright, so looks like that's the taping. That's all the tape I'm gonna do. Go ahead and make sure your tape is down really good. And we're just gonna start taking it off. We got our tape down. So what we're gonna do is to make sure there's no loose glass or anything. We're gonna go ahead and take this tape off of here. And when you line up this bottom button right here and this top speaker, this should line up, you know, just where it needs to be. But like I said, make sure you got that adhesive stuck down pretty good. I mean, that's all that's holding the screen down. So, like I said, you don't want to make it look cheap, or you want to make sure that customer understands you took the time, or if this is your phone, to do it right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this little LCD connector in that little hole. It's gone through. And we're just gonna line up, we're gonna try to line up the camera, the speaker, I said, I got some tape over here on the edge. I'm trying to put it in a little bit with my finger now. Put a little too much tape. I'd rather have too much than not enough. And you're just gonna line it up. You want that camera as centered as possible. And you start slowly pushing down, come down here. Make sure that button is pretty square. And then just go around the edges. And take your time. Don't push too hard. And remember, there's that adhesive right there in the middle, so you can put a little bit of pressure there too. Remember, you touch these things all day, so they can take a little bit of beating, but don't put too much adhesive. Pressure, sorry. Don't put too much pressure. Right around this button. Like I said, the camera's centered, the speaker looks good. You got those two little proximity sensors, those look pretty good too. Like I said, just keep going around gently while the phone's off. We could have tested out this LCD before we put it on there. But like I said, I just got it in today. There's no reason why it shouldn't work. But if it doesn't work, it's going to be a pain taking this off. So we just put all that adhesive. And then once again, just kind of go through the front of the screen. All right. Feel like it's down pretty decent. So the best way is to see if they have a case to put on here. A case will hold it down a little bit better in place, just for a little while. If you don't want to wear a case, put it on there for like a week, and that way it just holds your phone in place a little bit longer. We're gonna go ahead and hook up this LCD. Connect it pretty easy. We're gonna put his SIM card back in there. That's not the way SIM card goes. Shows me it goes this way. So once you figure out how to put the SIM card in there, right? Let's go ahead and put this little, like I said, it's connected pretty good. Put this little cover back on, snap it into place. Put your battery back. Put the back cover back on. Like I said, no screws taken apart or nothing. This one isn't too bad. As long as the phone turns on and functions properly. All right. Moment of truth. Hold the power button down. Let's see what happens. Looks good so far. We just want to make sure all the touch functions work. Every now and then, there's a possibility you might get a bad screen. You might have installed it right, and you just get a bad screen. So even though it's showing the LCD on there and everything looks pretty good, we want to make sure that everything's touching. No matter how many phones I fix, I still get nervous every single time. Just because I'm afraid of what if this one doesn't work and I need to knock it off. Man, it's showing the battery's at 100%. That's pretty crazy. It says swipe screen to unlock. Okay, so you're gonna have to draw a pattern. So we can't really do too much right now. Let's see, can you turn the volume up? Maybe the buttons, oh, you know what, I can hear them. Home button work, good. Let's see, can you go to this? Okay, there's your camera. Let's see if this back button works. Yeah. And then one more time. Let's see if this button works. I think this is like your mode button where it pops up stuff, so that one's probably not going to work for right now. But everything looks good right now. But guys, that is a Samsung Galaxy Luna screen replacement. I hope this helped you. If it did, will you please leave a comment or a like or something? That way I can know to make a couple more videos. I just hadn't seen any that were Samsung Luna. I saw Galaxy Sky and all that, but I said, if you feel like your adhesive is coming a little bit loose, just keep pressing on it a little bit. Like I said, but right now, this looks pretty good. Alright guys, thanks for watching.